showing you how to create a custom library in MATLAB that can be accessible. It doesn't matter in which folder you are currently, what kind of files, what kind of simulation are you trying to run, but it's always up there for you so you can use it and there are no problems. This is going to be step-by-step tutorial, so let's go straight into it. Step number one, what you need to do is to find your MATLAB directory. So for me, I go into my PC, I go into local drive, I find my MATLAB folder, I enter it. Here, as you can see, we have different files, different folders that MATLAB has. I create my own empty folder called custom files. I did it before, but you just add a new folder over here. This folder will contain all the library files that you're going to create in order to keep everything ordered and neat. So this is step number one. It's very important that you create this folder inside the MATLAB directory. In that way, it's going to be accessible for you at any time that you need. So that's step number one. We create an empty folder. Let's go to step number two. Step number two is to open MATLAB. It's very important that you open it as an administrator because you have to perform some changes inside the MATLAB files. And if you're not administrator on your PC, on your laptop, then you won't be able to do it. So I already created it. I'm not going to rewrite it so it won't take too much time. But basically, what do you want to do? You want to, over here, right? You are going to open a place where you created the folder. So we go into MATLAB directory and I find my custom files. And as you can see already, I have some files, but I'm going to explain step by step how I created each of them. So the second thing we have to do, we have to create this script. And the way you do it, you just enter the custom files folder, you click here, new script, and you're basically gonna copy paste what I have right now and then save it inside that folder. Basically what this is going to allow you to do is to create a library that's going to be visible at any times. Browser name is just the name that's going to appear when you try to run a Simulink. The library will be called my library. You can call it however you want, it doesn't matter. The next very important thing is browser library. Here the name you're going to use here will define the name of the file you're going to use. So I think it's the best if you use the same name as I have, at least at the beginning, so you figure it out how does it work exactly. So let's stick with my library, we save it, and it's saved over there. So we can close it right now. Then the next thing we are going to do is you're going to create the actual library. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do it right now. We open Simulink. Sorry, my PC is a little bit slow. We go to the blank library. And here we go. We have our open library. Just to make sure I'm recording. Right, everything is okay. So we have our new library file. So basically what do you want to do right now is the following. You are going to create a subsystem, and this subsystem will contain your other blocks that you will later add to your Simulink. So you double click on this subsystem, you delete the input and the output, you exit it. And so here we have our subsystem. Let's create another one just so you can understand how does it work. We delete this as well over here, and here we have our two subsystems. We put them over there. A very important part right now is whenever you are performing those operations, it has to be on the unlocked library, so make sure to do that. And now before you save it, what do you need to do is you need to type the following: set parameters. Over here, as you can see on the screen right now, you have to enter it in your command window and press enter. This is going to allow you to actually save and perform changing operations in the MATLAB directory. So after you do that, you go back over here, and you click save. And you have to save it with the same name that you had before in your SL blocks. So as I mentioned before, in our SL blocks script we have a name called main library, and this is the exact same name we are going to save it in as a main library. I'm not going to do it because I did it before. So as you can see here on the left side, we have our SL blocks main library over here, as well as the main library file itself that consists of two subsystems. So after we have this, very important thing for it to work, you go back to your custom files, okay? And what you're gonna do, you're gonna okay, let's assume I don't have it yet, so you need to click on it, add to the path, selected folders and subfolders. Here click set path and save. Close. First pop-up that's gonna happen, that's gonna appear, you just click save. This is gonna add it to your MATLAB code and to the whole MATLAB software, and it's gonna allow you to access it. It's a very important step. It's not mentioned in many videos, and I remember I struggled a lot figuring it out why it doesn't work. So at this point, if you go to your custom files and you open your main library, this is what should pop out. You're gonna, sorry, not this, but you're supposed to have two blocks, main library blocks, that later on you can access each of them and store some specific blocks inside. So let's say you did all of that, and now you want to actually put blocks inside your so-called subfolders or subsystem locations that you created. So after you create a mask, the way I did it, I create another folder inside my custom files, and my folder consists of 3 different masks that I wanted to add. So let's say I want to add my first mask. So this is the mask that I created. As you can see, it's locked over here. All you need to do, you need to click on it and copy it. You copy it, you close this file, it doesn't interest you anymore. The next thing that you're gonna do, you're gonna open your main library, and you're gonna press on any of the subsystems that you want to store it in. So for me it's subsystem 1, I click on it. Very important thing over here, you unlock it, you basically paste it inside. I already have it over here, so I'm not gonna do that, but you paste it in, and before you save it, very important thing, again, you come back to your command window, set parameters. You cannot be in subsystem, you have to go out, so you view the whole subsystem in order to be able to run this command. Over here, right now you are able to save the file. You go back, after you add this block, you press save button and you lock the library, so no changes can be made to them. In that way, basically what you added, in my case it's called first mask. I added the first mask into my main library. So basically the end effect that you should achieve is as follows. You open Simulink, let's say you want to create a blank model, okay? You open library browser, and because you made some changes to the library, what you need to do right now is right click over here, refresh library. You wait till the MATLAB refreshes the library, so everything can be seen. Let's wait a second over here. Okay, here we go. So as you can see, now we have file called my library, and it consists of 2 subsystems, as you could see. On one we can't access it, but on the other, as you saw before, if we double click, here's our block that we added. So basically what you can do right now, you can drag it over here and you can add it to your system. You can do whatever you want. There are many tutorials on how to create masks like this already online. If you want me to create a new one, I can do so, but this is basically how you do it. I hope this is clear. If it's not, make sure to leave a comment. I will try to do my best to help you out with that. So that's basically it. I hope it helped you a lot, and have a good day.